Doing the lean. Oh my god.
This week's videos are sponsored by PRIZEPICKS, the easy-to-use fantasy sports betting app. More on them in just a bit. Citizens of Bridgerton, we're here to watch Bridgerton Season 2, Episode 4-5. That's right. We're going to combine today. Be happy when you get a combination.
Yeah, you're spoiled. All you rich kids living on the ton.
Jonathan Featherington.
Yes, Greg Bridgerton.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. It's been a packed day of interesting shoots, and I'm excited to slap happily top it off with some real luxury. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. You just watch Color Purple?
Color Purple, Euphoria. It's been a really fun day. Actually, Color Purple's full of life, man. Like, as hard as some of that content is, it's a very life-affirming movie.
I know, I reacted to it.
It's beautiful, and you cried.
Yeah, let's see if all three of you can outperform my one.
Yes. At least one of us cried. We'll see.
Let's go.
If the ancient Greeks were members of the ton, they might have added to their Olympic pentathlon
Damn, bars.
the hosting of a country visit.
A country visit.
The week of Lady Bridgerton's annual Hearts and Flowers Ball.
Wow.
The year's most coveted invitation in the country.
Wow, what a montage.
They painted the camera out.
Lady Abernathy will only consume her meat bloody, I am told.
Oh my. Savage.
The roses and carnations have arrived, Mum.
You may wish to add in lilac, Ma, symbolic of first love, and perhaps make the bouquets even bigger.
Wow, Daphne.
If there is truly to be a proposal before the week is out, Anthony will need all the help he can get.
Oh, won't he? He could sure use his best friend, Simon.
Yeah. He's just in the next room. He should come in and weigh in on this.
Do you think all of this was a mistake? This business of inviting the Sharmas out early?
Almost had an apple before filming.
Go grab one.
Whole marriage mark business seems entirely too difficult to me. But if one must participate in it, why not do it in the fresh air?
That's not a bad idea.
Didi, is it the sting? What?
So she is the one in One Piece. I didn't know that till the end of One Piece.
Oh, snap, really?
Seems ever since the awful creature pricked you, you've been keeping to yourself.
No, not at all, Bon. And,
Not dying.
how are you?
There's so many mirrors in this episode.
I thought I'd be announcing an engagement at tomorrow night's ball.
We return to Mayfair in a few days, where there will be many other suitors.
Suitors who will only suspect that there is something lacking in me when they discover the Viscount is no longer interested.
Oh, shit, yeah.
He is the one I want, Kate. His family, this home, the life he offers me.
You want him because of a role, not because of your feelings, though.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I am now quite certain I know why he has not yet made his declaration.
You do?
It's because of you. You hate one another.
I mean, yes, of course.
All this time, I thought I needed your help getting him to fall in love with me. But I have realized what I need is your help getting him to fall in love with you.
No.
Oh, my.
Problem.
Yep. It is done.
Yes, I suppose I can see how he might engage a person. Yes.
Then you will still help me encourage him to propose, because I have not given up.
You'll still engage him to engage me.
God.
Sis.
I know. They're so hot.
I know, both of them. He's just got to marry both of them.
Why not? He's Anthony.
Yeah. There's got to be a loophole. It's a man's world. Oh.
The music in this show is so freaking good.
Sewed into the garment.
Wow. These are like spies in a war.
Totally.
A war for the narrative.
What is the delay?
Oh, I'm sure someone lost an axle.
Fix it, man.
Oh, there's the copper carriage just ahead of us.
Hey, hello.
Welcome. Lovely to see you again. Thank you.
God, her hair is so crisp.
I still hardly know the lady my brother is planning to marry.
I fear he hardly knows her either.
Or perhaps I should get to know her for him.
Uh-oh. You're in green.
With only my own family to speak to, I'd begun talking to the trees.
Is she calling me wooden?
I do not think so. I could call him much worse.
Is there not another pamphlet on women's rights to read somewhere around here?
Ella's quite done with that, I take it.
She has brought one with her here.
Uh-oh.
Those letter Ks have not been smudged for some time now, have they?
I am just as much interested in their new letters now. It is a rather radical publication, which is why I seem to like it so much.
Perhaps you can convince her while I'm gone today.
Where are you gone to?
I'm going back to Greece.
I have decided to pay your cousin a visit, in fact.
Miss Thompson, I rather think I'm not the only one getting into dangerous waters.
Eloise!
Dude, that's a bad idea, Colin.
I hope you will behave yourself this week. We are hosts.
You and Penelope might like to spend some time with the other young ladies in attendance.
Of course.
Kate! Come sit with us.
You will learn to love each other.
Like brother and
Lord
sister
Bridgerton?
in-law.
Edwina's just there like, God, they hate each other so much. So much tension.
Did you tell the Viscount about your bee sting?
I got stung.
Oh.
I am well.
Kate was telling me how she is eager to see more of the grounds of this magnificent estate. Might you give her a tour today while I spend time with the other ladies?
I am certain Lord Bridgerton is occupied with other guests.
Shooting, in fact, with the other gentleman.
I'm shooting the other gentleman.
Did you know Kate is an excellent shot?
Of course she is.
We all set for the hunt, brother?
Indeed we are.
Of course she is.
Kate is being modest.
Do you not think it true?
Oh, great. Oh, you took the bait.
Surely she would have some trouble managing.
Why would you assume I had any trouble managing at all, my lord?
I only mean to say...
Because I am a woman?
No, no, I did not say that.
I did not say that. I did not say that.
I am certain Lady Danbury can spare a maid to act as chaperone.
Yes, of course.
Oh, what fun you will all have.
I love how much fun he's having.
I know. Benedict is a vibe.
Surely we can make an exception, just this one time. We're on our private lands, after all, and who knows? Perhaps Miss Sharma can teach you a thing or two.
It's not like Lady Whistledown's going to write about it.
You two are just gravitated toward each other. It's magnets.
Nice top hat, my guy. You got to bring those back.
She's like married now, right? To the brother or something?
Yeah.
Some grapes.
Hey, welcome back.
Wow. She pregnant again?
Oh, this is Oliver. Amanda is sleeping.
Two of them?
Twins.
Twins?
Wow.
Not bad.
Sir Philip is not here. He is out, studying his flowers.
With Simon.
If I had known you were coming.
No, of course. I must offer my apologies for the surprise.
He doesn't want to meet him.
I was staying with my family when I discovered you lived so nearby. I thought that I should come to see that you were well after.
I am well. I'm pleased to see you, Colin.
I have grapes.
Yes, would you like a grape?
Hopefully the
Archibald.
festivities are living up to your expectations, Miss Edwina.
Very much, Your Grace. You and your mamma are such diligent hostesses.
Damn, cards didn't used to have backs.
I think you will find there is no greater pleasure than enjoying your home alone with your family.
As I do with my husband, Simon.
I do think I know what I desire in a match.
What is that?
I should like to be with someone kind and gentle.
Oh.
Someone like your brother. He's so even-tempered.
There is he now.
Perhaps I bring out the very best in him.
Or he's just on his best behavior.
Is that not what a good marriage should mean? Bringing out each other's best?
It is indeed, Miss Edwina.
Like I bring out the best in Simon.
I assaulted him once.
I almost entrapped him with a human child.
Has your sister gone off somewhere?
Hunting.
Hunting?
With your brother, in fact. A good plan, is it not?
Certainly an intriguing one.
Her wigs. Fascinating.
Whose wig?
Daphne.
She has a wig?
I think they wig her most of the time.
Why would you ruin it for me?
I win.
To the right, gents.
Where are they going?
Uh-oh.
Not where, but when.
Yes.
If we go to our camp now, we may miss our quarry entirely.
Let us stay with the group.
No.
If we find nothing, I shall offer myself up for your target practice.
I mean, that's a good bargain.
Very well.
Love her suit and hat combo.
When
It is
did you
a
land?
rather... My father was a secretary for a royal family in India. Family gracious enough to let me hunt with them.
Much better than your maid and her horse, let's say.
Yeah.
Lord Bridgerton.
Yes.
Lovely awkwardness.
Stop looking at each other like that. Stop looking at each other like that.
Yeah, watch eyes on the road, buddy.
If I was Anthony, I would completely reject all my feelings for her. and marry the sister, empty-hearted.
It sounds like a remarkable journey.
In that, I seem to have many remarks about it, do I not?
That's why you go.
It was good of you to come by.
It was good of you to have me as well.
Yeah, there is no more chemistry with you two.
Everything is well with Sir Philip, then, I take it?
I suppose you can ask him yourself. You've caught our visitor before he departs.
This is my ex-fiancé.
This is Mr. Colin Bridgerton.
Ah, Sir Philip Crane. Pleasure to meet you at last.
What?
Uh-oh.
Your wife has been kind enough to let me drone on about my recent Grecian adventures.
You were in Greece. Did you visit the olive orchards in Lesbos?
I certainly did. I oiled my way right in.
Uh-huh.
That was an olive joke.
Oh, wonderful. I must show you my copy of Flora Greca. You will join us for dinner.
I'm sure Mr. Bridgerton is eager to return to his family.
Not at all.
Yeah.
I should very much like to stay.
We shall set you a place then.
Very well.
Oh, boy.
I'm getting a vibe here.
Yeah, I'm getting a vibe. Something's off.
That'd be awesome. I would love that. That'd be so funny.
Oh, golly.
I suppose you prefer the darkness, Miss Sharma.
What I would prefer is to be allowed to follow my own instincts on this hunt, instead of blindly following the guide.
That smirk.
Woman has a thought.
Good luck with this one.
You're still convinced we've lost our prey?
I'm convinced that deer prefer the edge of the forest.
Wow, she just practically got naked.
That was so much leg.
Certainly there'll be other deer on other paths. They do not always keep together, and if there are not, then...
You got Batmaned.
Miss Sharma!
The maid can't even walk.
No. This maid is helpless.
She keeps running into a tree.
Yeah. She's just glitching
like
out.
A video game character.
She's stuck in a T-pose.
Though his hands certainly do wander when he dances.
At least he is young. My mama has fixed on Sir Derryworth for me.
Ew.
Why do you not just say no, then?
To our mamas?
I do not think it is that simple, Elle.
I do everything my mama says. You still wonder why you're so miserable. There is always Lady Whistledown.
Yeah.
Though I doubt she will publish anything of note this week.
Why?
We are all here, enjoying the countryside together. Anything she might print, surely we will already know.
Is that so?
Yeah. Gotta dig deeper.
Is it not my
God,
turn, Mama?
Penelope, you're my... You got my heart, girl.
Maybe your very last chance to charm
Whoa.
Lord Featherington before Cressida Cowper becomes your new mama.
The matching gloves are crazy.
I would rather move to Cornwall than compete with Cressida. She's vile.
Fish head pie. It's a Cornish delicacy.
Roly-poly fish heads.
Fish head pie?
After everything last year with Miss Thompson, Mr. Bridgerton, and then your father, we cannot afford any more scrutiny should you finally wish to secure a match this season.
Ugh.
It is not as if anyone truly knows what Miss Thompson attempted. And is entrapping a man in marriage really so uncommon?
Nor. I got brainwave. Whoa.
I won!
Prudence, way to go.
Look at me, everyone!
Please clap.
Cannot just go off like that with your gun. You know your maid, she's having a terrible time.
Would you be quiet?
Yeah.
From the moment I saw you riding alone in that park, it was obvious the rules are meaningless to you.
You and your rules.
Oh, man.
Perhaps if you'd not been out once again the other morning, we might not have been put in such a difficult situation.
Oh, dude, you're blaming her.
Exactly which difficult situation are you referring to, my lord?
Your sting.
After which you put my hand to your bosom.
To show you I was unharmed, you were overcome.
Indeed, I was not.
You were the one who then looked at me.
You looked at me.
Not in the way that you did.
How exactly did I look?
Do the Puss in Boots eyes.
There is something there.
Clever girl.
Clever girl.
You have to...
Dude, adjust her. Do the thing.
I require no instruction.
No, you need some well actually right now.
Like this.
Oh, yeah, do the thing.
Oh, man.
One of the best tropes of all time.
Stop breathing into her neck and ear, dude.
Yeah.
There the two of you are. You've got to rejoin us before the rain ends our pursuit.
Nah, it's just going to make it more interesting. Come on, a little rain stop you?
Oh, it's a great time for some, conflict.
Yeah.
Conversation.
Have a big emotional heart-to-heart.
Oh, these cornipifolia. I saw so many of those in Paxos.
Paxos is beautiful. And did you see the mastic trees and Hios Island?
I'm sure Mr. Bridgerton did not only go to Greece to see plants.
Mm-hmm.
It is getting late, and Mr. Bridgerton, won't you need to return to your family?
Oh, thank you for your hospitality, Sir Philip.
Always welcome.
Oh.
Marina, I shall look in upon the babies as you bid each other farewell.
This dude does kind of seem smitten. Or maybe he's just lonely and needs a friend.
Did you come all this way to form your opinion of my husband, Colin?
No.
No, I'm Colin.
Why did you come?
I came to apologize.
You apologize.
I do not need your apology any more than I desire your forgiveness.
But do not look at your life and wonder what may have been if we had conducted ourselves differently.
I have left the past behind. You should do the same.
Yeah. Wow, so confident.
You do not seem happy with him.
You have only been here a few short hours.
I do not mean to offend you.
I am not offended. You are a boy, caught up in his own fantasies. In truth, I once thought that would be enough to save me from my reality.
Why are you being so mean?
I do not need saving in that way. What I need is to face up to my life and make my own practical decisions.
Golly.
And Sir Philip cares for me. He is a good father. We have built a life together. I am not the same woman you once knew.
Guess she's not being mean.
And I refuse to be thrust back into such a world of fantasy. That
Curtin
dream
knows
has
what she
long
wants.
since passed.
Marina.
You need to wake up, Colin.
Wake me up.
Perhaps I have been a fool.
I mean, this could be some of the closure that Colin actually needs, though.
I thank you for your time, Lady Crane.
Now the road is open.
If you would simply open your eyes to what is in front of you, then you might see there are those in your life you already make happy.
Penelope.
You have many people who care for you. Seek them out, because your future will certainly not be found in the past with me.
Woof.
Nice.
Very well. Goodbye, Raina.
Strong scene. She said what needed to be said, even if it was hard for her to say it.
He's still going to come hang with Mr. Crane, though, right?
How did it go with the Viscount?
It went well, I think.
Did the two of you finally warm to one another?
You have no idea.
We did.
As the thunder roars.
You must keep doing whatever it is you are doing. At the ball.
Yes.
Tomorrow night.
God.
I don't think you want to watch that.
Do it at the ball tomorrow night. Do it. Dark Night of the Tawn.
They're both doing the same look.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Thunder.
Thunder buddies for life.
You know, maybe if they just bang it out once.
Yeah. Get out of their system. Everything's fine.
You know, that thought process always pans out in the direction you hope.
Definitely does. That's all it takes is one.
Oh, it's time for you guys to have a very emotionally vulnerable conversation.
I saw a light and thought I might have left a candle lit.
No, only me.
Don't run away, it's only me.
Could you not sleep? If your lodgings are not comfortable.
No,
you
it
can-
is the storm.
Duh.
My father used to read to me during the monsoons. Now the rain makes me think of him.
This is so bad.
This is my father's library. These books were some of his most treasured possessions.
Were they beloved?
It's a bunch of positions.
The Kama Sutra, huh?
How did he die?
He was stung by a bee. To see a great man felled by such a small creature, it was humbling, to say the least.
I was going to say, that's the word I would use. Oh. They're doing the lean. They're doing the lean.
Stop, everyone.
Doing the eyes and the lean and the eyes and the lean.
I shall bid you good night.
Yeah. Oh God, you guys gotta own this.
So bad.
Yeah.
How was your conversation with Miss Edwina yesterday? She is certainly a diamond. Knows exactly when to smile and exactly what to say at all times.
But who's the real Edwina?
I've always imagined Anthony to be with someone more like him.
Whoever might that be?
You know, every time I think my marriage has become
Simon?
Simon
Yeah.
and I find some new stone to turn over.
They said his name.
A new foible that one of us needs the other to tease out and inspect. Decidedly irritating.
He's in the next room inspecting right now.
Miss Edwina is nearly perfect, but Anthony is a Bridgerton. Is there not something in all of us that requires a challenge?
Bridgerton.
Yeah.
Indeed, there is.
They like the really, reserved personalities. Have a hard time being vulnerable. Guarded. They like guarded people.
They like the battle of bringing them out.
Yeah.
Miss Edwina, she is lovely.
Do you still not like her?
I never said I did not like her. I only wonder if you truly know each other well enough.
Is that not what marriage is for?
It helps if you share similarities.
At least a handful up front.
Or is there really no one you share similarities with? No one at all?
There is one.
Yeah, there's one.
How was your hunt with the elder, Miss Sharma, yesterday? You have not mentioned anything about it.
Great.
I certainly miss his grace. In the Duke's absence, you've become quite meddlesome. Do not concern yourself.
No, that smile.
Wow, you are so really deflecting right now.
Yeah, that's a very catty smile.
Being mean to push away.
Come on, Daphne, work your magic.
I hope Simon shows up for the series finale.
Yes. He's going to show up in Queen Charlotte.
Miss Edwina, might I have your first dance?
Certainly, my lord.
She's so smitten.
Have you been enjoying your time alone with the Viscount?
What does that mean?
Yesterday's hunt, it went well, I take it?
Of course, yes, quite well indeed.
She's coming towards me.
And what if you said yes? It would entertain me so much for you to say yes to the dances you're offered so I might hear about them. Because I know so much more I can hear about a pamphlet. Have you spoken to Colin yet?
No.
Eloise.
Might I have the honor?
Of what?
Her eye.
What?
You wish to be entertained.
Are you not entertained? Huh?
One of her eyes looks smaller than the other right now. You notice it? Her left eye?
Miss Eloise.
Do you mind
Like one with the
keeping
makeup.
quiet? I'm counting my steps. So.
Oh, no.
What worries you most, is you?
Ah, I've read a lot.
I have.
Have you? Yeah, it is required of all men past a certain age, surely.
What else you read?
Most of the ladies I've met, that seems to be true. Many of them cannot even articulate a thought.
But not you.
And do you not think that is because they have not been offered the same opportunities?
I understand that you scorn this farcical performance, that is good society.
Good society.
We quit the dance floor, add some brandy to the punch.
You'd rather alter the punch than engage in meaningful conversation.
Oh, my God.
Nah.
You would rather count your steps.
Perhaps I shall quit the dance floor now.
I do think we should finish the dance.
Don't grab.
People are looking.
People are oh.
You see what masters you.
Oh, I see what masters
Complimenting women,
you.
At least try not to insult our entire sex in the process.
Yeah.
I invited Lord Morrison specifically for you. He's known to share your rebellious spirit.
Uh-oh.
My rebellion is not some party dress I put on to play a part, Mama, and it is certainly not some accomplishment I have developed.
Oh, my.
I am a disappointment to you, so just allow me to take my leave and go to bed.
Wow.
No.
That's no. Oh.
Elle, I wish to be alone.
But I need content for my paper.
I need gossip. What did he say?
Prudence, get in there. You won that one game. You're ready now.
Cousin Jack has not looked twice at me all evening.
So I've got to go Cousin Jack.
Yeah, I know. Not ring. Does not ring.
Why do you not take a walk to the orangery? Breathe in the fragrant air. It's always helped me.
Yeah.
I am hungry. Perhaps I shall purloin an orange?
Yes, of course.
Nice word, purloin.
I hate to interrupt, Miss Cowper, but Lord Featherington, I believe Lord Fife is looking for you in the orangery. Something about business or your minds, I do not know.
Pardon me, Miss Cowper.
It's well above my lady's pay grade.
What is it gonna do?
Which direction is Penn gonna go for the goss?
This ball is gonna have quite a showdown.
Lord Bridgerton is going to get me a lemonade.
How very thoughtful of him.
We have just finished our second dance. I am certain he would not have asked me for two if he did not have intentions for the evening.
Oh, poor girl. I'm so sorry.
If he's going to declare himself before the end of the ball, as I hope, we shall need to ask you for your blessing.
Yes. Uh-huh.
And you are ready to grant him your blessing.
You're a great read of people.
Yeah, I know. Very discerning.
Lord Bridgerton, my sister and I were just speaking.
Show him.
She wishes to take to the floor.
Ah, well, I am certain that...
With you.
Oh.
Let's go. No more lemonade.
Miss Sharma, may I have this dance?
You may, my lord.
You know, a lemonade would just dehydrate you more.
All that sugar.
It's a diuretic.
Acid.
Oh, change of frame rate. We're going to get a cool dance number. Oh, no, she's going to realize the truth. She's going to see it. She's going to see it.
Damn.
Danbury will.
These dances are fascinating.
I know. And they're so cool. You think they're at a gentleman's club right now?
Make it rain, Anthony.
I mean, they're like the same height.
They are.
They're very similar.
They had both to dance on an apple box.
They can't stop making eye contact with each other.
They're going to kiss. Oh, the touching.
It's just part of the dance.
It's intimate, though.
You need to control your looks, Anthony.
Yeah, because...
Anthony, you look at her with such ferocious intensity.
Come on, Daff.
Daff is going to know.
Put it together, Daff. Oh, my God. I'm so tense.
Do you have something you wish to ask me, my lord, regarding my sister?
If I were to ask for a hand, would you give me your permission?
No.
I want my sister to be happy.
Oh, poor woman. I'm so sorry for you.
She's so sweet and pure.
If your silence is an indication you are reconsidering your declaration,
Is that what you want for me to reconsider?
Don't put it on her.
I am to return to India the moment my sister marries.
You will abandon her?
She will be married. She will not need me. There will be no more reason for me to stay.
Oh, no.
It was the plan all along.
Oh, no. You can't go away. I love you.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Ah!
Where is the Viscount going? I do not know. Well, what did you say? I shall find him.
No! They're going to make out.
Yeah, they're going to kiss.
They're going to make out.
They're going to finally kiss. Oh, I'm
They're going to make out. And one of them, someone's going to see. Someone's going to see. It's going to be Simon. That's when he comes back.
Simon's finally back! Oh, and he's going to betray my man.
What are you doing in a room with my unchaperoned
Oh, you
daughter?
clever bitch.
Should have known.
She is but an innocent girl, unknowing of the ways of an older gentleman.
Mama!
Oh,
I assure you, nothing untoward has occurred. I was to meet with Lord Fife.
The what now?
Featherington?
How can you deny what is plain to the eye? I saw you remove your arm from my Prudence's waist as I walked in. It is a scandal.
It is a scandal.
What?
As a man of honor.
He is hers in honor, should she wish it.
Oh, that is so messed up.
This is insane.
Oh my! Oh, I would be delighted to marry you, cousin Jack.
Stop!
No!
Don't say
Cousin Jack! Cousins on the ton.
Oh, clever. Gotta respect the game, though, man.
No, I mean, Lady Featherington, man, she's a player.
When will you leave? Immediately. Once your sister is married?
I presume so, yes.
Oh.
And you will not concern yourself with finding a match of your own?
Why would that concern you?
You know exactly why.
It seems to me you will find any excuse you can to keep me away from your sister. That is it, is it not? You simply do not like me.
Of course I do not like you.
Then tell me why.
Admit this to yourself, man.
Why is it that you dislike me so?
Because you vex me.
Ooh, good word.
And what is it do you think you do to me?
Love.
What do I do to you?
Oh, no.
You.
Ah! Ah! Ah!
You hate me.
I do. I hate you.
No.
Oh, they're going to make out.
They're going to make out
They're
so
going to make
hard.
out. So much make out.
I am a gentleman.
No.
Doesn't strike me like you're being a gentleman right now.
And your heart is with my sister.
And my heart
And my heart.
is with your sister.
No.
No.
Bro.
What are you?
So you do not care for me? Tell me you feel nothing,
The fire behind them.
and I will walk away.
I feel.
I feel. Oh my god. Oh my god!
Wrong woman.
Daphne. Well, they have to get married now.
Yeah.
Same thing. Same thing as cousin Jack. Yeah. Just going straight to the liquor.
You are courting her sister.
And I have every intention of bringing it to a point.
Yeah.
Because I've decided.
And I had decided last year that I would marry the prince until you caught me in the garden with Simon at the Trowbridge ball under very similar circumstances.
Similar only in that I am a man and Miss Sharma is a woman.
And you were alone.
Yeah.
Quite close to one another.
Only there is one significant difference. Nothing, in fact, happened.
I was about to.
It is clear that you have affection for Miss Sharma. The two of you cannot seem to stay away from one another.
Because she is aggravating.
Oh, is that what I just witnessed?
A little bit. Whoa. Jesus.
There is obviously something between you. And I know that this is not as you would wish it. You must be honest with yourself.
Yeah, that's really important.
Because one way or another, these kind of feelings always have a way of coming to the surface.
Will out.
And what kind of feelings are those?
Love.
Yeah. Rage. Bloodthirst.
Then I know what I must do.
I must propose to.
Oh no!
I'm good. He's gonna propose.
I
must propose to Edwina at once.
No, I hate it. I hate it so much. I hate it
Cannot
so
believe
much.
you're now betrothed, sister, and your cousin Jack.
Do not be jealous.
I'm not jealous.
Believe me, I'm not jealous.
Did he compromise you?
No.
We compromised him.
Do you think Whistledown will write about it? Of course she will.
If Whistledown writes the full story, it's not some insult about our citrus dresses. It could ruin our family.
Citrus dresses.
It could ruin you. It could ruin Mama. We could be run out of town.
She must stay true to the word.
Now my name will appear in Whistledown, and you will be just as you are now.
Woof.
Prudence.
I believe it is Lady Featherington now. To you.
You best be careful, sis. I mean, I guess you both have to be. Pen's got to be subtle enough not to reveal it's her, but also take her to town.
Now we could just not write it.
Yeah, to write nothing. That's even worse, actually.
Have you yet told your sister about the inheritance scheme?
Woof.
At this point, I fear there's no point in telling her. Lady Danbury, I fear there may be no proposal from the Viscount.
Mm-hmm.
I fear I have ruined it for Edwina.
Because you two cannot get along.
Yes, exactly that. Cannot.
Yes.
And why, when you are so close to getting what you want, what you need for your family's survival, and what Edwina so clearly wants for herself, are you getting in the way?
I do not know what to do.
There is only one thing to do.
Go to him.
Be honest with your sister, with yourself. You must tell her how you feel.
Oh, God.
Come on.
About my dislike for the Viscount.
About whatever it is you feel.
Yeah.
Careful, or you shall catch a chill.
You'll catch the cold slab of the coroner's
God,
table.
She keeps talking about one thing, but she's really talking about other things.
Opposite things. It's good, though. I have no idea how they're going to... Who's going to marry Edwina?
You cannot just come in here.
Why? Because it is improper for a lady and gentleman to be alone together. You arranged it all.
I did what I had to do to secure my family's future. And now...
And now you have secured yourself a future of poverty.
Oh, no.
You should know she's marrying a penniless man.
If you intend to hurt me with your empty threats...
The only empty thing I have are those minds, Portia. They're an utter failure.
Really? Oh, shit.
You paid Philippa's dowry.
I held off the Finches with a promise of payment and a counterfeit ruby necklace. The only way for me to provide for all of us was to marry wealth. Someone like...
Miss Cressida Camp.
Ugh. You guys can't help yourselves. Ugh.
He was trying to save the family.
Yeah, it's crazy.
How is she, Colin?
She is content.
I'm glad. Perhaps seeing her was what you needed. To leave the past behind. To no longer feel the need to forswear women.
Lady Crane said she was content.
Not that she was happy.
Perhaps if Lady Whistledown had not rushed to print her gossip, things may have turned out differently for her.
Ah, shit.
For all of us, in fact.
Oh, wow.
For me.
I suppose there is no use dwelling on the past. I am indeed thinking of the future. Pardon me.
Oh.
While much occurred at the Bridgerton country visit,
I'm still very much Team Penn.
this author feels not all is fit to print, especially when so much is already known by far too many members of the Ton. But if you thought that we would reach the end of this journey without this trusted author finding a truly delectable morsel of gossip...
Oh boy.
Anthony's going to propose.
I'm sorry things did not go as planned, Bon.
We both did everything we could have done. Viscount's feelings are clearly not there for me.
Oh, my God, he's going to propose.
I hate this.
Perhaps they are elsewhere.
Yeah, about that. Ah, yes, in my escritoire. Shit. Oh, no. No.
While Prudence Featherington seems to have secured her mat, it was not the only occurrence of note.
Edwina? There's something I must tell you.
Just on the verge of it.
Oh, shit. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Might I speak with you?
No.
Of course.
That was meant for Miss Edwina.
Oh, shit. Oh,
Miss Edwina Sharma.
God damn it!
No.
Will you marry me?
No.
Yes, yes. I shall be your Viscountess. I shall marry you.
Anthony Bridgerton is now betrothed to Miss Edwina Sharma.
What did you do, John?
Oh, I hate it. It's all my fault. Ugh. Ugh. Ugh.
Victory indeed.
Victory indeed. Oh, God.
Proposal. Damn it.
Definitely is a victory indeed.
Let me start with something honest. I'm not the most hardcore sports person in the world, believe it or not. But I am hardcore about my love for my wife. She's the reason I even discovered fantasy sports. She and her friends play together, and I wanted a way to join in without needing to know every stat sheet in existence. That is actually how I discovered PrizePicks. PrizePicks is a daily fantasy sports app where you build lineups by picking more or less on player stat projections. You pick 2 to 6 players, and if your picks are right, you have the opportunity to cash in. It's basically fantasy sports built around player stats instead of drafting entire teams. So it feels way easier to jump onto, especially for someone like myself. You can pick from tons of sports: basketball, baseball, hockey, UFC, golf, tennis, esports, and more. Whatever those more are. They have great features like the early payouts, the stacks, and flex play. PrizePicks, they operate in all 50 states, and that includes California, and withdrawals are fast and secure. So, Rejects, you can download the PrizePicks app today and use code REJECTS to get $50 in lineup after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code REJECTS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks. It's good to be right. All right, episode 5, people, let's go.
I wonder if Bridgerton ever gets its own bespoke Netflix to dumb.
Maybe by season 4. Sholanda.
Polygona Wonderland.
Now let's get this whole episode from her perspective.
Oh, Midnight Sun. Positively verklempt.
Fucking Hans Zimmer scored this episode.
Joker scored.
Yeah. She has such good shoulders.
Michelle.
Ooh, the pinkies.
Viscount Bridgerton, we thought perhaps you would not be joining us.
Your Majesty, nothing could keep me from my beautiful bride.
Odd.
You did good suckering up your feelings.
Tell me of your wedding plan. There is no talk of a special license, I would hope.
I believe a modest family affair would be most fitting. Perhaps back in the country, at Aubrey Hall.
In the country?
In the country.
That will not do. You must have it here, in town. I shall host the nuptials myself.
Oh my God.
Dizzle.
That is humongo.
That is most generous, ma'am.
Most generous.
Most generous.
She is my diamond, after all. That I give you both a wedding worthy of that title. One could almost credit me myself with bringing about this most illustrious match.
You could.
I shall oversee every detail. Let that gossip monger try to get the better of me now.
Penelope's hanging from the ceiling.
With like a big horn up to her ear.
It is like a fairy tale come true.
You deserve nothing less, Bond.
Nothing less for a true love match.
My apologies, Your Majesty.
It's like Ice Cube in War of the Worlds.
Off with her head!
Off with her head! My perfect wedding! They better bring in some kind of incredible suitor for Edwina.
I am referring not to the lure of London's luxurious gaming halls, but to a gamble with far higher stakes: matrimony.
Ooh.
For once that particular wager is placed, cannot easily be undone.
Abtrimony.
A fact which, I am sure, is met with both regret and sheer relief.
Regret and relief.
Anyone would think Anne's siblings had beaten Napoleon himself on the battlefield instead of simply finding someone with whom to dutifully march down an aisle.
The hubbub about Prudence's engagement, my mama has rather forgotten I exist. She is quite happy Cousin Jack has ensured our family's future.
Cousin Jack.
I must admit,
Thank you.
so am I.
They're so funny.
Baker is still awaiting payment, as is apparently the coalman.
God, why are the Featheringtons so poor?
I knew Lord Featherington was supposed to restore our fortunes, and yet here I am, unable to scratch together sixpence yet again.
Here I am, once again.
Then I would not be considering dismissing the servants that I have just rehired.
All of that would be solved if you would simply call off the wedding and allow me to set my cap with Miss Cowper again.
Yeah.
No, it is far too late for that, my lord. No, you must continue in this engagement.
Justice for prudence.
Well, you better think fast.
I like this new side of him a lot.
Yeah.
Seems like a human being.
Oh my god. The Hall of Artistic Expression. This does look pretty cool, gotta say.
You must be one
Where's
of our
the
new
naked people?
fellows. Conserve that youthful vigor. Soon you shall be just as jaded as the rest of us. After all, one form is much like another.
There it is. Finally.
I mean, there's some slight differences.
Oh, God. I would be like, please don't make eye contact with me.
Yeah. Uh-oh. 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 I always want to do a life drawing class.
It's really easy. Just 2 circles and a big dot in the center of that.
Art.
And the words giggity.
Bounce Chico. Wow.
We might be hosting everything at the palace, but we must still be ready to entertain here.
What of us, brother? Should we also be polished and braided for the big day?
Please.
What about Miss Edwina's sister? Will she come to live with us too?
Oh, I do hope so. It will be a boon to have another intelligent woman in the house.
Another? You're overcounting.
Dinner to plan with Lady Danbury to welcome the Sharmas into the family, and then the engagement ball next week.
I am attending a lecture this afternoon. Flower arranger.
Are you really?
Penelope's mama is forcing her to go, and you've wanted me to find more ladylike pursuits.
Yes.
Where are you really going?
How long have you cared about flower arranging?
I'm an open-minded woman. I can care about many things.
Arranging the flowers of rebellion.
I do wonder about the trim. Is it too much?
Nothing is too much now that the Queen is hosting.
Let me show you the French tulle.
Tulle.
That is not a complimentary mirror.
No, squishing your head.
Did I tell you we will be married by the Archbishop himself?
Of Canterbury?
Whatever you said to the Viscount at Aubrey Hall, Didi, it clearly swayed him to declare himself.
I cannot claim credit.
I shall bestow it all the same.
It very much could still just be like attraction and lust with them.
Mm-hmm. So soon.
Is it love?
Yeah.
Recall, I am to set sail soon after you wed.
But you will return to visit, of course. And when the Viscount and I are blessed with children, you shall be their favourite aunt.
Oh, you can teach them to ride and read.
In fact, we may well be glad of. Put those silks down. Cotton will do for your trousseau.
It's a Bridgerton.
Uh-oh.
Has my maid yet delivered that dress that needs altering, Madame Delacroix? Naturellement, Miss Penelope.
You.
Perhaps Lady Whistledown will report that I have been entrusted with our diamond wedding ensemble. Tell me, are my musings not offering you sufficient business? But why should there be limits to a woman's ambitions?
Oh, Penelope.
Get the bag.
There's always more to be achieved.
Get the bag.
Penelope respects the game.
Yeah. You're both entrepreneurs.
Thank you, Clara. That will be all.
This whole house is it cake?
Lord Bridgerton?
Lord Bridgerton and his guest are waiting.
I see that.
This is the jeweler. We're here to have Miss Edwina's betrothal ring altered to fit.
My apologies. But my sister and my mother have not yet returned home.
Oh, good.
Is that cake?
The whole house is cake.
I fancy a good lemon.
I do love a lemon cake.
Might I offer you some refreshment?
Tea, 3 spoons of sugar, and perhaps some sandwiches too, thank you.
This guy's in a lot of British stuff. I also love this butler very much.
Some sandwiches as well.
Yeah, I like to eat my dessert first and during my actual lunch.
How'd they track calories back then?
Yeah, that's an excellent question. Someone's out there getting gains, so it must be possible.
What you are doing proceeding with this engagement.
On the contrary, I believe it is the most proper outcome for all.
And what of everything that passed between us at Aubrey Hall?
You're just having this fucking conversation with that guy
That
right there.
guy's right. Well, you can't hear over the lemon cake.
If anyone other than your sister discovered us in the library that night...
Nothing happened in that library. Though would the two of us being obliged to marry be the outcome you desire?
Of course not.
Then let us both be.
Oh, come on.
Do you and your sister happen to share gloves?
Yes, on occasion.
I can take the measure of
Oh,
a
yep,
hand
that's what it's going to be. Yep.
You may use your finger to size the ring.
Oh my God.
I beg your pardon.
That shan't be necessary.
Nonsense.
I love this. The cosmos are aligned to bring you together.
The dopamine of the cake really inspired the thought.
Yeah, that's what a good lemon will do to you. Ouch. It doesn't need to be resized.
It is a beautiful piece.
So are you. Not a you're beautiful.
It is the ring my father gave to my mother before they were wed.
Stop.
Lord Bridgerton, they came to alter the ring.
Mr. Brooks insisted.
Just a moment.
Oh, no. Yeah.
It appears to be stuck. Well, Edwina is here now. Yes.
So she can pull it off.
Kate, are you? Yes, almost.
Oh, you smell some of the cake on your finger. He's the butter of it.
It's another.
Running under some cold water.
Lord and Lady Sheffield sent word they are in London. Indeed, it seems they read the engagement announcement and wish to make your acquaintance and that of your future husband, of course.
Ooh.
They are already in town.
They arrived last night.
Oh, shit.
I shall invite them to the engagement dinner tomorrow.
Oh, no.
Lady Danbury, would you be so kind as to chaperone my daughter?
Miss Sharma and I would be glad of the fresh air.
I should really stay with Mama.
You will escort me.
Yeah, we can have a talk about this.
This is imperative.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
What sorcery is this?
Kill it, he's a witch.
How could you invite the Sheffields to dinner when you know full well the pain my mother has suffered after their rejection of her?
Indeed, which is why I shall not answer their impoliteness with my own.
Ha.
Edwina returned to the bosom of the Sheffield family to reclaim the fortune you so desperately need.
Uh-oh.
As if you contrived a match for your own concealed ends and might call off the wedding.
Oh.
I have to wonder if you might not secretly rejoice with the Viscount to break the engagement.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Why would you ever say such a thing?
You're down bad.
And in the eyes of society, and might I add the Queen of England herself, they are as good as wed. Only a very great scandal would prevent this marriage from proceeding now.
She knows exactly what's going on.
Alarms through the entire town and be a stain from which the penniless Sharma family would never recover. Only a fool would jeopardize their marriage now.
A fool for love.
So I ask you, Miss Sharma.
Do you love him?
Are you that fool?
I pity the fool.
No.
I mean, are they in love with each other, though, you know?
I don't know.
I know back then people fell in love a lot quicker. They weren't like, we got a date for 6 months before I call you my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Miss Sharma, perhaps you would be so kind as to accompany me on a turn around the lake.
I'm rather tired.
She would be delighted.
It'll be restful.
Her eyes.
You are still angry with me over
Those
that business
eyes.
of races. I wish to apologize and throw myself at your mercy.
Very well, my lord. A turn would be most pleasant.
Throw away.
Smack that ass when you pass them. My lord.
Pardon me?
He is positively...
I noticed that he was quite smitten with her the last time they met. Perhaps he will convince her to stay in England after all.
Uh-oh.
She barely knows the gentleman.
Nor did I you, at first. But love moves swiftly, does it not?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me your favorite colors so I may plan to incorporate them in the ornamentation for your engagement ball.
You are too kind.
All my favorite colors.
God, this is like true obsession.
Yeah. Single white Bridgerton. Oh, man.
This is obsession, guys. Is this love?
It will be by the end of the story.
Oh, yeah, no, they're going to sell me on it for sure.
But right now, it does seem
But
like
right
it.
now, my logical side will psychologically assess this as an unhealthy obsession.
New Lord Featherington seems an interesting fellow, a man of commerce, is he not?
He has ruby mines in America. They are flourishing, I hear.
Well, perhaps I should introduce myself.
My name is Hove.
Finding some purpose to their lives. Anthony is to be married. Benedict has his artistic pursuits, and, well, here I am, feeding the ducks.
And talking to you.
Where is your sister?
She mentioned something about flower arranging with you today, in fact.
Indeed, I am meeting her later.
Way to go along with the line.
Yeah.
You know, Penelope, you should like pull away for a bit.
Yeah.
I don't
you
realize what he's missing.
Doesn't look like a place for shopping to me. I'm collecting a unique gift for my brother's wedding.
I'm looking for a homeless man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I love the way they light the lower income side of society. So,
all in natural
it's
light
all, like,
and
dark and
shadows.
drab. It just like fucking sucks to be poor.
Yeah. There's a whole other realm.
It's ugly here.
It's like, what is it? It's like Arcane.
It's like, of course you'd rather be rich in this world.
Yeah.
God.
For their education, and what falls to them by chance.
Hey, Eloise fitting great here.
Yeah, dude, this is your place.
That's a true calling.
I told you I don't know anything about your Whistledown gossip.
It's not her I see today. The exchange of ideas with like-minded men and women on subjects beyond the trivial concerns of polite society. Ideas that you yourself invited me to consider.
So you're an admirer of my work.
Mm.
And yet you have come far. You're a long way from Mayfair for writings that are merely serviceable.
A...
There There is a thrilling invention called a carriage that may convey a lady from one place to another. It is a marvel, to be sure.
When you're privileged.
What's your name?
Eloise Bridgerton.
Pleased to meet you, Miss Eloise.
Oh, man, doesn't know who she is.
I'm Theo Sharp.
I know.
You know.
You know.
As I know, there are several errors in your arguments that I must bring to your attention. Have you a pencil? You may borrow mine.
We've been waiting to have this combo.
Oh, they're cute.
Yeah, I like them.
Yeah.
I ship them. And I ship those kids by the donut pyramid.
It is most refreshing in the water. These days, it is hard to find even a moment of peace.
I found the country most tranquil in nature.
There's a river just outside the home where I grew up. On hot days, I would sneak away to soak my feet.
I had assumed you would remain in England now that your sister is to be Viscountess.
My mother and Edwina will remain here. I shall journey back alone.
Wow.
You have plans for your arrival?
I shall teach. Become a governess, as you call it here.
A governess. That's a way cooler name.
And perhaps playing host to old friends. I have long thought to return to India myself, since there is much to be learned from their medical practice.
Aww.
If your travels do lead you there, then I would be most happy to show you the places I know.
Look me up.
Wow.
Hey,
they're back.
Not taking a stroll.
We need more gentlemen members, and here they are.
Mr. Mondrich,
You got a network, man.
you got the better of McKellen in just 2 rounds, is that not so? I've been known to plant a few faces in the ring myself. Not up to your abilities, I'm sure.
Oh, he's
Need
starstruck.
I remind you that the answer to our family's predicament will not be found disporting yourself in places of public resort.
You could gamble, though.
You are supposed to be finding a way out of this mess, not drowning us even deeper in debt.
Are you trying to ruin us all?
Not when you're already making such fine work of it yourself.
You guys are made for each other. It's fascinating. At the start of the show, I thought I would hate her. And, like, she's not always obviously in the right, but I love watching her.
I may well join her in her endeavours.
That knot will never hold.
It is perfectly adequate.
Then I must question your nautical skills, Dorset. Allow me.
This is some nautical nonsense, Dorset.
Pardon me.
Jeeps, man.
Miss Sharma.
Lord Bridgerton.
Let go. Go over fucking hand.
Yeah, come on, man.
Let go over goddamn hand.
Dude. Oh! Cheddar. Into the drink.
Not at all.
Just my pride.
Rather welcoming refreshment, is it not, Bridgerton? Woo!
Good cold plunge. Hot day.
Refreshing indeed.
Oh, she's turned on.
Oh, man.
Come now, it is not proper to stare.
Oh, my God.
It's not proper to stare.
We're both staring. That was a great look.
You missed quite the scene at the lake yesterday.
My brother's impromptu swimming us ahead.
Where were you?
I was forced to occupy my day with tedious wedding errands, which Mama has
Lying.
listed me for yet again.
You're lying.
I'm sorry, Ben, but I cannot stroll with you today.
I shall see you tomorrow then.
Of course.
The stroll.
Penelope can tell when a woman's lying.
Yeah.
She's a professional liar.
Miss Eloise seems to have misplaced her reticule. When she was out yesterday, I would be happy to retrieve it. Where exactly did she visit? I warned her. The streets of Bloomsbury aren't fit for a lady.
What's she doing?
Mr. Brooks here is
Phrasing.
just taking a look at some jewellery for me. It is a fine piece, is it not?
Indeed.
Pretty sick.
He should return us another date.
Nonsense, he's here now, and it is no trouble, is it?
What's the letter? What's going on? My minds are now even less successful than before.
Will he be able to tell it's a fake?
If it is of great value, I shall have to take more care.
Should be able to tell it's fake.
I would say you should take very great care indeed. It is rare to see stones this fine.
No.
Oh.
I shall be in communication with you should I require anything further.
No cake, then?
Another time.
I charge in cake.
Quality counterfeits. If they're good enough to fool that nibbling owl of a man, then we may well make it through the season yet.
I do hope you know what you're playing at.
I'm honestly impressed. This is insane.
Well, there is no need to dismiss any staff after all, Mrs. Varley.
Let's just pray he's got a whole trunk of them, Mom. One bauble does not a fortune, mate.
I gotta get many baubles and thingamabobbers.
Could always be a gigolo.
Yeah. Gotta be a brothel around here. Oh, she's an artist too.
She's painting herself.
You should put a basketball on his finger.
That's rather good.
I'm skilled at more than simply standing naked. Mr.
Bridgerton, I do not doubt it.
Then perhaps inform the Academy.
I do not doubt I am Mr. Bridgerton.
You work as a model as a way of learning from the lectures.
Care to take a turn? It is harder than it looks.
Yeah. Get brave. And also stand really still.
Like so?
Yes.
Damn, look at her cheekbones.
Meet cute. Pose him. Face the light. Oh, and you do have to stay really still because the light will change.
How long must I stay like this?
That depends. What I really need is a study of the male form, the naked form.
Yeah. Drop them trow. Let's go. I love Benedict. I really do. I adore this boy.
Get naked.
On you go. Shoes first. I mean.
School would just be cool with that.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the courtyard, the palace where we used to live. So calming.
Calming, yes.
Gracias.
De nada.
Nobody would blame you if you were to take sick, Mama.
Lady Danbury has made it quite clear that it is necessary for all of us to attend.
Meaning you.
When was the last time you saw them?
The night your dear father asked for my hand in marriage, I believe.
Wow.
Lord Sheffield made it clear in no uncertain terms that he did not support the match. So I had a choice to make between my family and my heart.
And did you ever regret that choice?
It is a very powerful thing to meet someone and feel that you know them in a way unlike any other.
That unspoken side. Pure emotion.
Edwina is to wed her heart's desire, and you have always wanted nothing more than your freedom.
Is that so?
Of course, Mama.
Or do you just
we
want
should
that?
all be perfectly happy.
Because you think you can't have the other thing.
Well, freedom would be being able to be with the person you love.
Yeah. And be a governess.
Lord and Lady Sheffield's return is certainly a surprise, will it not?
I will be finished in a moment, Mother. We should not be late.
Small talk, man.
I told myself I would support your choice, but I must admit I am finding it quite difficult to continue to stay silent.
You've been anything but silent.
I question the example you are setting your siblings, marrying a woman for whom you clearly hold no great tenderness or love.
Yeah.
You should be excited to wed Miss Edwina if this is not what you want. You must say something now, Anthony, before...
What I want is beside the point.
I'm surprised Edwina doesn't notice any of this.
I know.
I could never dishonor Miss Edwina by begging off now.
You are right. A gentleman cannot take back his word.
But he can fake his death.
Real turn that Bridgerton season 2 took.
You would not be dishonoring her in the slightest, releasing her from the obligation before any vows were exchanged.
How to lose a fiancé in 10 days.
She does not wish to end the engagement.
But does she know your true feelings on the matter?
My feelings are of no concern. What matters is my responsibility, which has always been to wed.
Dude, you make Edwina miserable.
If you have doubts, do not simply set them aside. This is the most important choice you will ever make.
I mean...
And it would break my heart to see you spend the rest of your life in regret. I dare say it would break your father's heart, too.
On that note.
I feel like ever since his father died, he has not dealt with his feelings.
No. Man needs some emotional regulation.
You seem distracted, Didi.
Oh, just a headache from all the excitement these days.
I'm just a hysterical woman.
Like,
I have seen how ill at ease you are with the Viscount.
Anthony's never had time to grieve.
Do you think the Sheffields will like this dress? My stomach is in a knot. I'm so excited to meet them.
That's right, it'll be your first time meeting them.
There's something I must tell you about your grandparents and how they have, in fact, influenced our trip.
Our guests have arrived.
Such assertive eyes.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
You may spare me the instruction, Lady Danbury.
You think me an unfeeling harridan. But perhaps it will surprise you to learn that I am hosting this dinner for your sake.
Harridan.
Betrothal may be the end of certain hopes you harbored regarding the Viscount.
Ooh.
A life of independence is no mere consolation. Indeed, many would think it the better prize. After passion cools and fate intervene, who else is a woman left with but herself?
You gotta be an individual and a pair.
That's true.
Come
I've only known Anthony for a
Our
couple weeks.
guests are waiting.
No, what guy? Lovely color contrast with them. Complementary colors.
Sometimes love isn't logical, though.
May I present Miss Sharma and Miss Edwina?
Oh my God, it's Giles.
My dear, look at you.
The Repo Man.
As lovely as the report said.
You are too kind.
From Buffy?
We have been waiting so many years to meet you.
And that's Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yeah. Reunion.
You must accompany us to the opera. We have a fine box.
I do enjoy the opera.
Yeah.
My sister Kate is the one who introduced me to it.
Take that, Chalamet.
It is nothing compared to the estates at Aubrey Hall, to be sure, but I think it a most pretty part of Hertfordshire.
We have a fine stock of birds. You're always welcome.
Ooh, I love shooting.
Something's gonna go down at this dinner. Oh my
Yeah,
god,
it's
shit!
gotta.
What's gonna happen?
Do they teach young ladies to shoot in India?
Only the fortunate ones.
How long do you plan to remain in town? No, we should stay for the wedding.
Uh-oh.
Queen herself overseeing my granddaughter's nuptials. Her Majesty is kind to be so forgiving after everything that has happened.
No.
Quit taking jabs.
Even after our daughter so callously rejected the match we had found for her.
Ugh.
With 12,000 acres, any other young
guys.
lady would have fallen to her knees in gratitude.
So passive aggressive.
And all for what? A mere clerk.
Wow.
Was it? And
Damn,
with a child
dude.
from previous marriage.
These guys suck.
She simply sailed away from all of us with that man, robbing us of our grandchild.
I have 2 daughters with whom you have had every opportunity to form a connection.
That's right.
Please, when you cast me out, what you did was set me free. Free to raise my daughters far from your constant judgment and craven demands that they should chase wealth and titles above all else. Believe me, I want nothing from you.
Oh, you may not, but your daughter certainly does.
No, she doesn't.
The condition of which clearly states that she must marry a man of good English breeding to inherit.
What are they talking about? I shall explain everything.
I see this one has inherited your penchant for avoiding the truth, or maybe that's something she inherited from her father.
That is enough.
Savage.
I can only think that you have been exiled from good society because of your deficient manners rather than for any other sin. Lady Mary has done admirably in raising her daughters. They are intelligent, kind, loyal, and a credit to both their parents. Do not wish to jeopardize your social standing by associating with such company. I suggest you do not. You may leave at once. And do not trouble yourself waiting for an invitation for the wedding, for you shall not receive one.
This is beyond the pale.
I pray you get the hell out forthwith.
You shall inherit a single sovereign now. You are sorely mistaken.
Poor Edwina, dude. Oh. Oh. Grim.
Thank you for the evening, Lady Danbury. It was quite enlightening.
My lord.
Oh
You lied to me.
Please, Bon.
Dark night of the soul. Or no, all is lost. Sorry. Script structure. Blah.
Lord Bridgerton, I beg a word.
We must be going.
Please.
Mother, I shall meet you at the house.
Oh no.
But clearly, both Miss Edwina and I have been misled, and it is best to call off this doomed engagement before it is the cause of any more strife.
Woof.
Oh no.
My mother and Lady Danbury will make a plan.
There should be no plan. Do you not understand? Why are you suggesting this?
Opportunity.
And do not talk to me of dowry, sir, for we both know you have no need of it.
You saw it as an opportunity.
You have made this match impossible.
But I am leaving for India.
And it is not far enough.
Oof.
Do you think that there is a corner of this earth that you could travel to far away enough to free me from this torment?
Of love?
My father raised me to act with honor, but that honor is hanging by a thread that grows more precarious with every moment I spend in your presence.
Oh, whoa.
Let's go.
You are the bane of my existence.
Because I love you.
Object of all my desires.
Oh, boy.
Night and day. I dream of you.
Oh, the fucking door's open, you guys.
Oh, you compromised? No.
Do you even know all the ways
Whoa.
a lady can be seduced? The things I could teach you.
Oh my god.
Did not.
Guys, the door's fucking open. Stop.
To be plagued by these feelings.
Oh.
Hiding from my sister. Being driven to distraction every time you entered the room.
This is gonna be so bad. Please stop. Oh my fucking god, stop. The door's open.
Impossible.
Is Edwina gonna walk in? Oh my god. Oh no. Damn. Always teasing. So much tease this season.
If I wed your sister, it will bind me and you together for eternity. And I will spend every day of my marriage wanting you, dreaming of you, dreading the day when my last thread of honor finally snaps.
Wow.
Is that the future that you want for your sister?
No.
Good scene. I like that scene a lot.
At least the marriage is called off.
Yeah.
That Perhaps the circumstances of Prudence's engagement has us on the outs yet again. It is not as if you arranged to meet Cousin Jack in that orangery, did you? We should merely be happy we still have a cook and a lady's maid each, yes, Mama?
Not a bad way to look at that.
Mines are worthless, so no rubies to be found.
And how are they to know the difference? Are they to board a ship to the Americas?
Woof. They'll be big mad if nothing comes of that, right?
The future of this family hangs in the balance, my lord. Get them to invest. Prudence shall indeed have a fine wedding, and I shall never have to suffer the disdain of the ton again.
It's always about you.
Yeah. What happens when, I don't know.
It's just a failed investment.
I guess. Too much time and money on your hands.
Ever since the Viscount has been courting me, I have sensed you are not being entirely truthful. And now I know I was right.
It was a good lesson for you. Trust your judgment.
I thought I was doing the right thing by keeping you free from this burden, but you must know it has weighed on me every day.
Oh, boy.
I'm a grown woman now, ready to be a wife.
How old are you actually?
Yes.
Grown. Yeah, grown woman.
Once I am married to the Viscount, there will be ample funds to provide for all of us. I am sure the Viscount will provide for you and Mama too.
Oh, good. She should marry the Viscount. Like Kate.
But Edwina, this should not be your burden.
What burden would it be to marry the person I love?
Do you actually love him?
You love him.
Watching how nobly he defended us at dinner tonight, how could I not?
It was very attractive.
It was pretty hot.
I want nothing more than to be his wife, but he will have to forgive us. Do you think he will?
That I do not know.
Oh, this love triangle is harsh.
I know.
It's big harsh. They need to build like a mech Anthony to give to freaking Edwina.
Still Team Penelope.
Yeah. Edwina and Penn can get together.
Oh, yeah. Look how fucking awful it is to be poor.
Gray. Everyone's just working all the time.
Duty, more than laws or faith. I have often thought it the bond that holds our fragile society together.
Dude, don't start using your power for
for evil, to spite the people close to you.
Don't keep doing this. Learn from the Marina situation.
Yeah.
Fidelity to one's family name, it demands both utter
My man.
obedience and total sacrifice.
Nudity on this show is way more striking because I was led to believe there would be a ton of it up top, and there's not.
Why then, there is the potential for a considerable scandal indeed.
Contemplative bath.
Or is it already too late to turn back to duty and away from desire?
I don't know. Left when you went away, oh, you ought to know.
Song's about Ryan Reynolds.
Is it?
I see you continue here with your morning ride.
As do you, it seems.
You're like a spiritual entity.
Yeah.
Like an apparition of death.
Seriously. Come to
Couldn't
visit
sleep.
Ebenezer Scrooge.
Oh my God.
You decided what you will do?
They're going to bang out here.
Do it, please.
No one's here. This is the only time to do it.
I will talk with Miss Edwina today. It is the only way to ensure that the two of us can be rid of this impossible situation. Once the engagement is over, our paths need never cross again.
No. We need to intertwine.
You cannot do that.
Miss Sharma,
You cannot break my sister's heart. I could not live with myself if I robbed her of her happiness and the future she deserved.
And she loves you.
You once saw her as your perfect match. You will find your way to believing it again. Please, Lord Bridgerton, Anthony.
Oh.
And soon enough it will be as if we never felt it at all. Mere passion. It must because it has to.
Nah, the needle drops back. You ought to know.
Oh, those eyes.
Come on.
Very well.
Blah!
I shall see that the wedding shall take place as soon as possible.
Ah!
Right back to responsibility and duty.
Oh, poor thing. Oh,
fuck.
That's sad. This whole thing is harsh.
I blame you.
It's my fault. I never should have pushed them together.
We can watch the season 4 podcast now, though.
Oh, let's do it. Out of context. And let's see if we remember the podcast by the time we get to season 4.
Okay. Holy shit. That was crazy.
A lot happened in the ton. Woo! Leave a like on the video. Subscribe. Hit the notification bell to get notified when more Bridgerton comes your way. Thanks to Prepper for chopping down the highlights. But if you want more than just the highlights, you can see those over at patreon.com/therealrejects, where you can sync up with your own copy, your own Netflix account. Save yourself a little discount. Some rejectnationshop.com memorabilia. See our shooting schedule. Ask us questions. Got hella questions for this one. We got hella questions for this one. Jeez. Oof. These must be two of the most popular episodes.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
All
Okay.
right. All right.
I mean,
should we just dive right into questions? I'm feeling good, G. I'm feeling catharsis. I'm feeling riled up. I'm upset, but I'm also I'm feeling all the things they want me to feel. How are you?
Man, that is just crazy stuff.
Yeah, that was hard. I'm like, this is a great set of stakes because I'm like, either way, it seems like someone's gonna have a very unhappy ending, and then my brain goes, so what crazy shit are they gonna pull out to make it so that everyone gets a happy ending? Some random, crazy, amazing suitor has to show up for Edwina out of nowhere so that, Anthony and Kate can get together.
I mean, this is a great midpoint of the show, though.
Yeah.
Of this season.
Yeah, totally.
Because that conflict is really conflicting. Although it does seem like Edwina is just a little girl in love.
It does.
It's like I feel like when you're older, you'd realize that this was just an infatuation you had.
I suppose. I mean, it's the thing about it.
There's nothing compelling about them getting together.
Yeah, and like they don't. It's clear in the way they depict all of their interactions that Anthony is being genial, but he's not really that invested. And there aren't a lot of other scenes to like contrast that between the two of them. And then I think you echoed this during the episode. Like, I'm surprised Edwina doesn't. I get that you see what you want to see when you're smitten, especially. But I'm surprised that she's not more like, I can't tell if he actually cares.
Like a love triangle, I wouldn't even really call this a love triangle, because a love triangle is when the center character can't decide between the two because there's connection with both.
Yeah.
When one is like, one's a responsibility choice, kind of a chore, and the other one is an actual love that he has, you know?
I'm only counting it as a triangle because Edwina purports to love him. So because she is so, it's like the stakes are triangular anyway. It's like I can't see a way for all three of these people to be happy yet.
No, he was just a big victim in all this.
Yeah, it's so sad. She's just a pawn in the game of the rich.
I think they just got to kill her.
They do.
It would make things so much easier.
She'll be at peace. She won't have to deal with any of this shit.
But I like how dark it's getting.
Yeah.
Like the choices are harder.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like season 1 was like, guys, just fucking have a conversation.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
It's great. I fucking loved it.
Let go of a few things and have a couple, plain talks, and this can all be solved.
This is like really hard, and the tension is so high.
Yeah.
Like whenever they're about to kiss, it's like, someone's gonna catch you, stop trying to do this.
Yeah.
And then part of me was like, just fucking do it right here in the lake right now, and then once around,
I know.
get it out of your system.
Well, yeah, and the back and forth of that, playing with us, and like, you know, I thought having him actually out the feelings was cathartic, but yeah, they've by and large teased and built, but not ever given you the catharsis between. I'm not expecting that between Anthony and Kate until like the very end, honestly, if it comes at all.
Well, it's acknowledging everything that we've been thinking.
Yeah.
Of, you know, that. Hey, is this just an infatuation that they both have with each other? Is this just like a heavy level of initial lust and attraction?
Yeah.
But in the world of Bridgerton, you know, long enough prolonged eye contact means love.
Yeah.
In this world.
Yeah.
It's just that world.
When you've stood less than, a few feet apart for enough hours at a time, you're pretty much engaged.
I mean, when I meet people back then, I know some people who were like, oh yeah, I got married way too young, like old fucking people. Like, I got married way too young. And then sometimes it's the opposite case. Like, oh, we knew each other for a little bit, and then we got married, and we've been together for like 40 years.
Yeah.
And we love each other, So back then, though, the rules of love were very, very different. And so, yeah, like I'll just buy into the narrative that they're in love with each other. I like how they're addressing, like, this is just a passionate thing that it'll pass. Like, this will pass. It's just attraction, The other things will come around. And they're both, and the conflict is really well woven because both Anthony and Kate are very duty-driven.
Yeah.
So they would both talk themselves into, you can do this marriage.
Yeah.
Because it's about duty at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And your feelings don't matter and they will pass, So it's really well woven. I will say, like, I'm enjoying the B stories, particularly the Featherington story.
Yeah, it is fun.
I do recall, I always enjoyed the B stories when they cut to them, but I do recall our experience with season 1, like really encapsulating every story that was going on.
Yeah.
Like beyond Simon and Daphne, we were really into like every story that we felt like compelled to talk about them. Whereas there's one storyline here that is particularly like fucking gripping. And then the other ones are engaging and enjoyable, but they're not on equal level. Like the triangle story is so engaging, and everything with the fucking Sheffield showing up, like, it got me kind of emotional actually.
Yeah,
watching the mom stand up, and then Anthony even stepping up, like that was actually like a really moving scene.
Mm-hmm.
And like everything with Penelope is enjoyable. Benedict in school, Colin on his wanderlust. No,
Colin.
Colin on his wanderlust journey.
Yeah.
It's like, what am I doing with my life?
And I guess I'll go to Greece. I don't know. I guess I'll go visit my ex. I don't know. I guess I'll ignore this girl right in front of me. I don't know.
And Eloise finding her independent voice amongst the pores.
Yeah, in the dimly lit side of town.
Yeah. It's like they're all enjoyable. Like they're all really enjoyable, but I don't feel as like strongly urgent to even like really talk about,
It's
It's not really even a criticism. It's just if I'm comparing to season 1, because people have often said season 2 is their favorite, and I'm like, oh, the main storyline, I totally see why.
Yeah.
But the B stories are not as gripping just yet in the terms of the tension.
Yeah, they're same. Like, yeah, I would agree. It's like it's not a good or bad value. It's just they are. The first season felt more like an ensemble that had focus on Daphne and Simon, but more of an ensemble generally. Whereas like the proportionality of the plots here is very much Anthony, Edwina, Kate, and then the Featheringtons, and then a little bit of everyone else.
Yeah.
Is kind of how it seems to break down now. And that's, like I said, I would agree. It's like, this is such gripping drama with the three of them, and it's like high stakes, and you're like, how the hell are they ever gonna, like, it's to the point now where half my brain is like, I know they have to find love by the end, but the other half of my brain is like, we've gone so far back and forth, I don't know what's gonna happen, which is good. But there's a different feeling. And then the Featheringtons are like super amusing. I do really like them as like the contrast. Is like the Bridgertons are, this is how society works when you've got all your shit together, and it's still hard, but you've got all your shit together. And the Featheringtons are like, this is how society works when you look like you got your shit together and everything is on fire.
Yeah.
And I really do appreciate that. Like, I thought they were going to be more hateable. Whereas, like, they do shitty, petty things, but they're always fun to watch, and those performers are great. So,
all right, shit. Well, let's go into some questions here.
Let's do it. Selamith Sanchez. That's a cool name. Let's see. Hey, guys. Super excited to see you guys react to this season. Season 2 is my favorite, so I'm loving watching you guys react to it. You guys have interesting ways of seeing things, so I'm curious how you digest/interpret this season. After episode 4, how are you feeling about the tension between the main characters compared to season 1?
Okay, well, not exactly. I thought we completely answered this question already. The tension's way more high stakes for sure.
Yeah,
because they're aware of how they actually feel, but it's the situation that's preventing them from stuff. Where Simon and Daphne it's kind of funny in retrospect, because it's just like, you mean the game we were playing was just you really liked each other the whole time, you're
just figuring out how to recognize and articulate that properly.
That you're not playing a game, that you actually love each other.
Yeah. Which is great. And
then he wants to have children, And that was a little bit more. We know he'll get around to it.
Yeah, I can see the way to heal all of this, and it's largely just between the two of them, so there's less mess.
Where I hear, I'm like, I have no idea how this will end.
100%. I'm like, yeah, it seems like these stakes are fucking impossible, and someone's gonna end up like a pariah in the dimly lit part of town after this.
It's like it stands to reason that you would go, hey, fucking Kate and Anthony would end up together, and Edwina would somehow be understanding or whatever. But from where we're currently at, I'm like, I don't really see how that's a scenario.
I feel like the only way this could end in if I'm thinking of my limited understanding of the tropes of a romance novel, my brain goes, okay, so you have to have a way to get Kate and Anthony together, but that also allows for Edwina to find someone who truly loves her. The only thing that could actually help her is replacing Anthony with someone who actually intends to love her along with all the other shit.
Oh, yeah, that one guy who keeps courting Kate.
And now I'm like, I don't know. That's the thing is, like, I don't know who to sub in there. I'm like, it could be Colin, but there's shit with him and Penn, and I don't know. I don't think there's nothing in this season to suggest that would be an idea. The other guy, at least, is involved in the, he's into Kate, so there's some connective tissue there. But yeah, I have no actual guess. But yeah, it's super. I appreciate the tension. I mean, it seems like especially like for Penelope, the tension's higher because she's got to like skirt around, and Eloise is like on her trail / also disinterested in what she's doing, and then the tension is more fun between the Featheringtons this season, I think. Even though their stakes are always catastrophic, but like it's like they ride that line of like it's not a cartoon, but it's still like fun with them, and then with Anthony and Kate, it's like unbearable, and then it's really sad when you think of Edwina, because then you're like, this person's just getting trampled by all this.
Yeah.
So yeah, very tense in a different, in like a more vivid way, I guess. It feels more intense, I suppose, is how I would describe it.
Well, shit. Care Bear, Lords G&J. In this episode, Eloise clashes with a suitor who dismisses her intellect, claiming most women cannot articulate a thought. When Eloise retorts that women have not been given the same opportunities as men, she is choded again. Since the toilet always has vented that women are barred from university and denied financial professional freedom. Why do you think Eloise's plight still resonates so deeply with modern viewers? Oh, because of the society.
Because even though we've come some way from this, we're not all the way where we should be. And it seems funny in the modern times that such antiquated parameters and limitations should still be affecting us.
Now, I haven't seen The Bride, and so I'm not going to speak to that movie. I know you saw it.
You're going to love it.
I have a feeling I'll love the shit out of that movie that I was already super on the fence about.
I'm fascinated. It's a 50-50, man. That movie is truly like you're going to love it or maybe really appreciate it, but not think it's not a mess.
Well, what I was listening to this interview with Maggie Gyllenhaal, or a clip out from the interview, and she was speaking on how the disparagingness of how like only 8% of women direct the movies that are released, and when women are only usually allowed to direct or given the opportunity to direct small films, but when they're given the opportunity to direct a big film, it becomes like this huge ordeal, and it's like dangerous for some reason. And I couldn't counteract that. You know, like there's only so few like, whoa, Barbie. You know, there's not many where you can honestly go like, oh yeah, women are constantly given. So there's even in this field of filmmaking, women are not given the same opportunity, and then when they are given an opportunity of that caliber, it really becomes a big deal that it's a fucking woman doing it, and then there's a section of society that will put blame on like, because it's this fucking woman who made it, you know? So, and the reason I'm bringing up specifically that example is because we're watching a television show. And, and in this medium of television and filmmaking, even there, it is like, the opportunities are do fuck with what a woman's expression.
Yeah,
you know?
the opportunities are not equitable even still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, Eloise has always been written as a modern day character living in this past where women are very much expected to be a certain way.
Mm-hmm. That was a great summation. What the woman was saying on stage, that whole, like, the only knowledge you get is, like, what you happen to, you know, catch from your husband or brother or whatever. Like,
yeah.
It's messed up. Then, I mean, to your little fun facts here, 1974 is when women were able to open bank accounts in the U.S. without a husband's signature, and in 1977 is when Harvard accepted its first female undergrads. That's crazy.
Biggest mistake.
That's way more recent than I would have expected for either of those things.
Yeah.
Too soon, if you ask me.
Too soon. Making shit uncomfortable for everyone.
Yeah.
Let's go to... Oh, wait a minute. No. We got some repeats here.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Well, we didn't realize that going in. Let's go to this one for another follow-up from Care Bear.
All right. Care Bear. Greg, during Bridgerton Season 1, Episode 3 reaction, you watched a tense exchange between Anthony and the Duke, observing aloud that Simon was, quote, becoming the bane of Anthony's existence. The YouTube comments went nuts debating if you were a secret Bridge fan or a powerful clairvoyant. Question, do you still believe Simon is the bane of Anthony's?
Did you say that? That must have been something you said.
Oh, maybe. I don't know, maybe. I feel like you might have said that. I could hear it in my mind's ear. But we'll have to go back and check the tape.
I don't remember who said that. I feel like that's something you said. There's a shortcut we can do to discover this.
Oh yeah, we can check the transcripts.
Pull up the transcript.
Pull up the subtitles.
Bridgerton 1x3. I mean, while I'm doing this,
I saw another question.
Do you have a real answer to this question?
I mean, I do now. Simon is in no way going to be in a position, I don't think, where Anthony is like, no matter where on earth you are, it's not going to be far enough for me. Like, you know, I feel like he says it's Kate for sure, because she's got his heart, and that's messing with his whole duty.
What's this movie? I got to write it down. This Universal Reminders of him. Cool. Got to react to that.
Dude. Hell yeah. It's her from freaking
BANE.
It Follows.
1056.
Oh,
someone did that. This is a lot of the comments. You're right. Shit, we never noticed it.
That's funny.
We don't read the comments early on because we don't want to get shit spoiled.
Nor have we read the books early on.
Let's see who's. I think you said this.
Come on.
Well, Simon is becoming the bane.
Oh, I said it.
Hell yeah.
I heard it in your voice. I was like, that's like a thing John would say.
It's the thing I would say.
It's a phrase.
But I could hear it in your voice in my ears. So.
Oh, okay. It was like it was a fucking prediction. It's just a coincidence.
I do love that, knowing that in
it's
hindsight.
Funny, yeah. It's kind of funny, like going to these comments, and they are the top comments actually of this video. That is actually very interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. No,
you have no idea.
He's not. But that is fun. I'm glad I had no idea those were the top comments. So that's actually pretty funny to like discover that.
Yeah.
Can we? No, you. Sorry. No, me. Can we? Anna Karen. Can we appreciate the jealous lake scene for a moment?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all finally got to one of the most iconic and viral moments, which is "You are the bane of my existence." I don't even. Do we even really like react to that?
I mean, I don't know if we reacted to it specifically.
Because I was just taking that scene in. I was like really hooked.
Yeah.
If I'm honest, I'm even surprised y'all hadn't heard it. No.
It struck me when he said it, at least
it's a
in
standout
my ear.
Because it's a defining line.
I don't know if I don't know if I went, oh, the way I should have.
Yeah. We didn't really go, whoa, you know.
Yeah. It's weird. If I had seen these comments beforehand, then I guess I might have looked out for the line.
No, but I definitely I remember when he said it. That's when the camera was going right behind her.
Yeah,
and like it was doing that like fucking Paul Greengrass over the shoulder
like,
behind.
Yeah,
it went
really
from right to left. I remember exactly when it was. So yeah, the line stands out.
hope you can feel the
I just
tension.
fucking hate when people assume that because we didn't make a noise that people think we didn't really take that in, even though I can completely recount when that was. I hope you can feel all the tension between Canthony.
Canthony is very flattering name.
Okay. My question is, how do you feel about Anthony's character development they have done with him so far? Oh, it's great. It's really, really, really good. I actually really like the nuance of when he stood up for them, because you could tell it's coming from a true place, but it's also like opportunity to get out of fucking marriage.
Yeah. It's so funny. Because and at the time, and with your modern brain on, you just think, go, man. And then once you catch yourself, you're like, oh, shit, this is like way outside it is beyond the pale of polite society, as he tries to tell him. And I mean, that too is a great scene, because it's the ugly side of polite society, where it's like, if we want to, because of our status, we can sit here and be really petty and messed up and like just be passive aggressive and really start going on an offensive, in a way that, due to polite, decorum, you can't just call out the way he did.
Yeah.
So it was a nice way to watch like the weird abuse of and confronting of that abuse of power.
Well, I think the layers to his performance are really good. Last season, he was just overprotective brother who was in love with someone he shouldn't be in love with.
Yeah.
And not that he shouldn't be, but
society says
wouldn't accept it.
Yeah. Whereas here he's
got a real obsession problem.
He's got an obsession. He's got to carry the family on his
women
back.
Can't have.
He's got unprocessed grief and trauma over the death of his father by bee sting.
But yeah, his whole character is just rooted in the fact that he never had time to grieve, and that keeps showing up. And I think his performance is so good.
Yeah.
So good. I forget he's gay in real life.
I know. Well, he seems,
He seems so straight.
He seems like he loves everyone.
Yeah.
He and Scarlett Johansson had sex on the red carpet for Jurassic World. So.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I forget he's in that.
Yeah.
He's like a
slutty
guy.
little
He's just a guy.
He's just a guy in that movie. Yeah, he's just a guy with his slutty little glasses. It's funny. It is like, I liked him in that movie, I recall, but he is like the most just a guy I've ever seen him. Like in Wicked, he stands out in this show, stands out. But it's good. He's got range.
He does. He's really good. No, I liked him in season 1. I love watching him here. I really love watching him here. It was a bit of a sell for me in the first couple episodes. For me, it wasn't until the grieving, the same way how Simon's father episode did like wonders to get me hooked into him.
Yeah.
It's the exact same thing here for Anthony. Of like, oh shit, I really get this guy now. And at first I was like, I just don't see how I could be more interested in watching Simon.
I know.
Now I'm like, oh, this is actually very interesting. And also what they're doing with, let me just make sure no one brings it up, and what they're doing with the mom too, like the way how they've changed that dynamic, because they bicker in the first season, they go toe to toe, but now the mom is seeing how he's about to throw his love life away and is trying to pull him back to a sense of like comfort and like mother him a little bit.
Yeah, it's like they're coming from less of a attempted similar eye line. It's like they have certain like responsibility for the house, like knowledge of. It's like they can converse on a similar level, but this is more her feeling like a mom to him as well as, the keeper of the estate.
Yeah. Take it away, John.
Patricia Carrillo, thank you for chiming in. Episode 4 of each season leaves on that big cliffhanger. Season 1 was Daphne stopping the duel and saying they would marry. Season 2 is the proposal. The first 2 seasons did not have the season splits that are now becoming Netflix norm. Story-wise, how would you have felt if you had to wait to watch the second half after these story points?
I fucking hate that with Netflix, honestly. I think it's such a bad move with most of the time they do it. I think it's cheap, and not every show requires that. Like what they have with the split up with Arcane was smart, because Arcane was designed to be that way. 3 acts. Stranger Things season 4 was designed that way. Like that was perfect. It felt like a part 1 and a part 2 of the same season. Breaking Bad had that, but it wasn't Netflix, and it wasn't a streaming show. Most of the time I feel like it's a shit move, and I think it affects the viewing experience, because sounds to me like a lot of time when these people are writing the show, they're not even aware that it's gonna fucking happen until like they're in the middle of production on it or something. Like, oh god, we gotta create some like crazy cliffhanger for the middle of the season now. When most of the time these stories are best a streaming show that is meant to be taken in as one whole as a season versus episode by episode. It's important to take. I'll do season 4 as an example. Season 4. I don't know what happens in that season, but I do remember the rhetoric of a good amount of people where they watched the first half and they weren't super into it. And then the second half, everyone's like, best season of Bridgerton. You know?
Oh, well, that's the thing about watching this now is that
I think you might lose viewers too if the first half isn't that strong, you know?
Yeah, and my experience of this show so far, it's funny, we're watching 4 and 5 in relative succession here. Like I actually might not have quite realized that's where a chapter break should go. And I feel like this show thus far has been such that it kind of just builds the stakes and momentum until you finally get to the end. Whereas I feel like to sell a 2-part release, you need that build up and climax 2 times to kind of justify it, the way a Stranger Things, like, oh, these are 2 chapters. And not that like a proposal or breaking off this duel can't be that, but yeah, these don't seem inherently designed to be like spaced out in a specific fashion, and I'm curious to see now just how I would feel. It sounds like it's not gonna feel hugely different, but with them knowing probably later on these are gonna get broken up if it affects anything. But I don't know. Yeah,
I think it harms Stranger Things 5.
Yes, I would agree.
I think it harms Stranger because it also builds like a hype and anticipation, and then when it's not gonna do, then it doesn't deliver on whatever that is in that second half. Like, why the fuck did we wait for this?
Well, and it's not that was too. It's like I think that is weird. I think the Arcane thing is a really cool one to entertain with the right project because you're right. It's like it makes sense to break it up into a few parts and also structurally 3 acts. 2 halves can work, I feel like, but I don't know. There's something. I had a better point a minute ago.
Wednesday season 2 is all right with that.
That's what it was. Like Stranger Things was released in these odd shaped chunks, what 3, 4, and then 1 jumbo episode. So like even that made I feel like the season as a whole feel more lurching. So like I'm more optimistic about if it's 2 proportionally sized halves, then fine. But yeah, I've yet to find, as much as I like that they try these different release strategies and don't only go for drop it all at once and have the conversation be a weekend long, you know, like at the same time, I haven't encountered a bunch of ways I think it works really, really well.
Well, they're trying to find which show, and I think Disney Plus is actually the one that's experimenting with it the best, where they're going, this show should drop out at once, this show should be week to week. Like Prime Video has a very specific, we drop 3 and then 1, because 3 will get you the audience invested where they want to keep coming back because they're going to be like, oh, let's watch all 3, and then by that point you've committed.
Yeah.
So it's smart. But not every show is now designed to be a week to week. They're just not, you know, it's the reality of it. Like honestly, it's season 2 of this doesn't feel like it, like they're so long that you would think. But I am seeing, like, sometimes when we're talking about, I'm like, we should just continue.
Yeah. Because no, that's just a really good point. It's like you used to be bound by terrestrial schedules, television, technology, etc. So yeah, you would have to structure something because, like, it just wasn't the way of things that you could get basically one long movie that's cut up out at a time.
Yeah.
Before you had to do it was like TV used to be like comics, I would imagine, where it's like you have to do your single issues as single issues and beat out the whole storyline. Whereas now in the age of streaming, it's just like you know, it's like a pizza. You just get it, and then it's good.
A couple more. We gotta make these ones quick though. Jay Rushton, can all rejects to your knowledge swim the boat ride? Make kind of nervous there.
I mean, I don't think I feel like we should all be able to maybe swim. I don't know.
I feel like one of us can't swim.
I feel like maybe not. Can Andrew swim?
He strikes me as the one too. I'm like, but he should be able to.
I feel like I mean, I would like to imagine everybody's swim because I feel like everybody here would have a very, very different swimming form. But I think
Koi can swim.
Oh, that sounds right. I feel like he has said that out loud to me at some point.
Yeah, because he keeps trying to punch the water.
Yeah. Well, and he's so dense with muscle that he just sinks. He physically cannot swim.
He's just the cement inside of that epidermis of his.
He's Metal Mario.
I'm not sure. I feel like it's only fair since you read 2 questions from someone that we should read.
Oh, the other one from Selamith?
Yeah.
Yeah. Selamith Sanchez, thank you for chiming in once again. Random question for you guys. Are either of you the eldest sibling in your family? Do you think being the eldest sometimes creates pressure to be the responsible one or make difficult decisions for everyone else?
Well, I am. John is the youngest of 2.
I am
middle child, so I am an older sibling, and I'll admit I'm not like the best older brother. I'm not someone who feels that like weight of responsibility, you know. That can't be said for Jabby Kawhi, though.
Yeah, I was going to say, your brother is very much...
He's very much like, Dad died, I'm taking control of his fucking...
I am the captain now. I am your father now.
Yeah.
I'm looking out for everyone.
Make sure this family sticks together.
Yeah.
We're going to have these meetings. Like, he very much did become like that guy who feels like he has to keep the family together and take care of the mom and everything. So... And I'm probably more of like a fucking like Benedict or something, honestly. Like,
I was gonna say
when I'm looking at this, I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely more of a Benedict. Like, I just kind of wanted to like do my own thing.
Yeah, my sister is certainly much more of an Anthony than I am. I am definitely more of a Benedict. Like different vibes, different situations. But yeah, she's definitely the more like responsible and the more sort of like tracker keeper of family affairs and things.
Yeah. No, so. I do from what I've witnessed, but I also know ones where it's not that at all. Or the older one. I feel like there's a generalization, though. I imagine it's a cliche for a reason, and I've seen it firsthand. But I also know of families where the oldest is the most dysfunctional and the one who needs the most being taken care of. So it's not like it's not an always situation. Sometimes they end up the absolute worst of the bunch.
Yeah.
But no, I think it's a very common thing for sure. And Jabby Koi's real name is Anthony too, so it's kind of just fucking ironic when you think about it.
It was a little bit.
Yeah.
I was gonna say maybe you should slip him season 2 and be like,
I mean, no, they'd already done with season 2. They started Bridgerton after us, and then they started like, him. He's just
sure.
They film like fucking
wall to wall.
Yeah,
5 studios at a time.
They got like
every day.
He's running 3 channels, so it's just like we film 8 hours a day. It really is there. So they've like paired up all the Bridgerton. I think they do like 4 episodes in a video or something.
Oh boy!
So they started after us, but they're like way ahead of us now.
It's fascinating to see what they cover in high volume versus small versus what we cover in high volume versus small. Because don't they do Friends like 3 at a time?
Well,
at like
one
half the
one
pace?
of them does Friends.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thanks for being here, and we'll see you next week.